Hey, hey Goaty, how are you, bud? Gungi, what's up? How you guys doing? Happy Wednesday, hump day. How's my sound and such? We all good? Oh, jabroni. Yes, yes, yes. 17 months. Thank you so much, my man. Really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. You're 21 tomorrow, Pokemaster Hunter? Well, that's a big deal. Congratulations. Happy early birthday. Are you doing anything for your 21st in particular? From the sip. What's up, dude? How are you? I'm alright. Good. I cannot show you 6-star Dom because that's exclusive for DJ stream tonight. So we won't be looking at 6-star Dom at all. Just as a heads up. Going to Chill's, having me a margarita? Right on, dude. Finally, Bizzo has come back to a Merrick stream.
Yeah!
How are you, Bizzo? Hopefully you're doing well. Rano, what's up? Hey, Trace, how are you, buddy? Hope you're having a good day, guys. Okay. Andre, what up? Smokewood.
What?
TTV Bear Cave. I feel like I haven't said your name in a minute. How are you, bud? Welcome in. Hey, Rules, how are you? Sandman, what's good? Southside. Been grinding away under the radar. Finally got Zombie Bianca. Congratulations, my man. That's a big deal. I am really actually digging the Showdown events now. After the rework and stuff, I really like the Showdown events. A lot. What's my energy up to tonight as well? Tuba!
Are you kidding me?
How was your stream, Tubob? Welcome in, Raiders. You're good? Long day at work? Been a couple weeks? Yeah, I also had COVID for a couple weeks. New Age, what's up, dude? I am kind of scruff. Kinda scruff. Soup, what's good? Zandel, Stone Cold is here.
What?
HD, how are you? Yeah, dude. The extra Showdown points were clutchy clutch. Stram Tram was good. Had fun doing some Showdown grind through the energy savings, indeed. I really like this energy system. Like, I really like it. Hey, Peck, how are you? Sensei, what's good? Architect Bruno. Yeah, Max. Apparently, I'm no surprise that Merrick's is a loudmouth. Everyone should know that. Question, guys. I'm gonna throw a poll up. What do you prefer? Record Oscar post buff first? Boss all stream. Pull up. You max the mini event inside the zombie event? Yeah, dude. Nice. Hey, One Wing, how are you? Crazy Dina, what's up? Yeah, 12 energy. What? What? Calm down, Rhea. Calm down. Oh, wow, Celis, that sucks. I'm doing alright, One Wing. No migraine today, just the migraine hangover. So that's nice. Still a little bit of cough with the COVIDs and all that, you know? Everything, do it all, new Dom, boss battle talk. So I can't talk about 6-star Dom because DJ's got the exclusive on the Champs channel, and I did a really quick build for trial that works really great for the trial, because every trial, people are like, this trial sucks, I don't know how to beat it, it's impossible, I can't beat it, blah 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 blah, and I just didn't want to hear it, so I just made a video and threw it up because I don't want to have to hear it. I look on Facebook and I want to, you know, just be like, WTF. Triple purple worked fine. I like the sub loading the stuff. That's what I ran. But yeah, I could see triple purple being great too. There should be, Sensei. I don't know that for sure, but I think there should be. Looks like you guys would rather I just do boss all stream. I'll just burn a little energy. Yeah. That's the one thing. It'll be interesting to see how he is at 6 star. That and the 3 amigos animation is a little bit long. But it'll be interesting to see how all that stuff scales at 6 star. Oops. Oh, good, I got one. Burn, Max, very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, Sap. This is the gear I got. This one. Did you get it as well, Sappy? How are you, Sap Daddy? I don't think I would take Rick for boss battle, New Age, but Rick is obviously really strong for feud and New Gen era, that sort of stuff. I don't know if I would specifically do it for boss. Different build for her? Yeah, Zandel, so switched it up to Double Fury 2 now, and a Braid, trying to keep them down on turn 1, because that works fairly often now. And I'm also gonna now max her levels and probably fill her stars, because when she gets like a 4 million hit and the bleed ticks once, it keeps them down a lot, right? So that's probably what I will do long term with her, is fill the stars, max the levels, and take advantage of the Braid and the buff to get that big hit, and then not have to deal with the second turn. Just make her a little bit faster. It doesn't work all the time. Vic, there's a, like, so aggressive is tough, and defensive is tough, but there's a lot of decent stuff. I mean, like, if you have KO, you're good. Otherwise, you're gonna be probably relegated to mostly shield breaking. I mean, she's still good even without a Braid. It just is kind of nice. It gives you a little bit extra gem damage on these. Not nearly as much as down here, right? Rick, Dragon, yes, Zombie Dragon will be quite good, Sal. Yeah, if you have a 6-star IOW Kane, he should be solid, Sensei. Nice, Sensei. Yeah, IOW Kane, with 6-star with the traps, should be decent. He can make purples, too. Ricochet should be solid. No. Zombie Taker, not so good. He doesn't have that many traps, TSD, and then he makes greens. Zombie HBK will be great, yes. 100%. Am I going to get somebody higher than 1900? I don't know. Yeah, KO should be the... KO and Knoxville should probably be the 2 best, and Zombie HBK. Those would be the best 3 in my opinion. Yes! 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 Goaty, 14 months. Bah! Thank you so much, sir. Zombie Dom, good for boss? What am I missing, HD? What am I missing on Zombie Dom? Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough. You mean the new Dom? Judgment Day Dom? Obviously, Judgment Day Dom, yeah, he's got the trap buff and stuff, yeah. He would be good, and he changes the traps purple. He's kind of perfect for it if you land him. That's not surprising. They a lot of times do that for boss, right? If you get the poster, usually it's, where am I streaming? If you get the card. Anti-stun, Sandel. Because there's so much stun in the ladies game, it comes in pretty handy. Wilpus, how are you? Did I miss you saying anything else, Wilpus? Hey, Baby Ice, how are you? I'm caught up. Yes, I am caught up. I watched Raw last night. So you are free to talk about anything, Baby Ice. Thank you for asking. Right on. How are you, Wilpus? Oh, yeah, just farming coins, New Age. And also, so, like, I got, like, on the previous Showdown, I ended up getting over 5,000 prize wall coins. Total, between the two leaderboards. Because I do really well on the Showdown stuff. So I'm just farming for the prize wall to see where I end up, you know? There's a chance I could walk away with the Bianca strap, the HBK gear, and maybe even the Zombie Edge gear. That's the one that'll be in question. Oh, 5 shards short of Tech Sammy? Well, hopefully you get those soon, Vic. Brother Ray, I'm okay. No migraine today, just migraine hangover. And, you know, still dealing with a little COVID-y, hard to breathe and stuff. Baby Ice, that would be really funny. Sammy was a boss battle card. Yes. No? Yes? No? Yes? I can't remember. Yeah, also what makes him viable, you don't really need the gear if you took Showboat Cena for the 2 yellow MP and the yellow gem damage. You're using him anyway most of the time, right? Yeah, we'll see. You might get some more Sammy shards. I really, really like this Rhea, this version of Rhea. I'm not gonna lie. I like her a lot. It's a good gimmick for her. So I might do other stuff with him. I haven't looked at it. It's more just to have, to be honest. It's not important gear to me, just like the Zombie Rhea gear is important to me, you know what I mean? It'd more just be to have to have. The two things that I do want is the HBK gear for when I eventually get him. And then the strap for Zianka. You're close too, huh, TTV Bear Cave? Nice. You guys are both close. Oh. You don't like the makeup? Yeah, it doesn't bother me, but I could see where some people might not. Wow, Eagles, that's close. Hey, Mr. Bungle, how are you, bud? I still haven't claimed all my Showdown rewards. I have 800k left to claim in there. No, I don't think I will get Zombie Ray gear, to be honest. I have 800k left in the Showdown claim, which puts me at 13 mil even. And there's no way I'm going to make up like 2 mil with what's tomorrow. I think I'll get all the way to this milestone, but I'm not going to get 1.5 million points anywhere. As much as I'd love the Ray gear, 1.5 million points is going to cost a metric butt ton. You probably are right, Baby Ice. You probably are right. But yeah, I have 800k left to claim in here. In points. But let's see, where am I at? I'm 112 right now on the second one. But I haven't done all my matches for bonus, so I should be able to score some prize wall currency in here. I have no doubt I can be in the top 100 there. And then overall, what's the other event? The ranking one. I finished, I think, like 28th on the previous one, for the actual showdown itself. Yes! 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 Basically, thank you so much for 5 months. Ms. Rollins was really good, yeah. Not really surprised, I guess, because the Miz is a good worker and Seth's amazing. Um, you know? I think that's tomorrow, Bizzo, would be my guess. Okay, you've already purchased Rhea and Edge Sarge, which unlock both. No, I wouldn't get their gears. Vic, if that's your question, I would keep going to get new superstars. For you. Yeah, I did the zombie cash loot. I did 2 megas for the tax day event, and I got about 40, maybe not even 40, 30 or 40 HBK shards total. Then maybe they won't, New Age, but I would assume we will have tours tomorrow. I don't remember seeing a zombie HBK or Seth Rollins required tour yet, to be honest. I could be wrong, but I don't remember seeing either of those two. But I might have used somebody else. So I'm up to 38k on the prize wall for currency, which was a lot more than I thought I would get. So, yeah, is there a limit on the Bianca straps? It's 1 time. Okay, too bad. Hey, Diablo, how are you? Yeah, so I think we'll have tours tomorrow. I just think they had the order wrong. Yeah, I just think they have the order wrong, New Age. I think we'll have tours tomorrow. Yeah, I have a lot. Zombies are Diablo. I'm missing 2 zombies now. Just HBK and Orton. Zombies have always been a good event for me, and I tend to, during October, do a little bit more spending than normal for me, and then in Spring Outbreak, I will do a little bit more spending. My goal is to get close in October and then recruit 1 or 2 more in Spring Outbreak, and then the following October get the 1 or 2 I'm missing. That's usually my goal. Because they're really good trainers now, coaches or whatever you want to call them. Oh, 5,000, yes please. And they're fun. Like, generally I find them quite fun. HBK I should get in October, no problem now. I think I'm down to like 260 or 250 shards. Orton is going to be a little bit iffier. I'm like 470 away from Orton. So we'll see. I think June or July if we get Mutant. Didn't quite do enough to keep her down first turn. Sometimes you do. So... But yeah, I'll fill her stars and max her levels, and I think that'll make a big difference with the braid and the gear. Enough that'll keep a lot more people down turn 1. But it's not a gimme. Nope. I don't, Sap. I don't at all. I do need a veer plate. I don't have a veer plate, though. Sadly. No veer plate here. He's got all the stuff. He's probably running MP down. Hey, great. How are you? We'll get to some boss here in just a minute. Yes, I have her moment maxed. Correct. So he's gonna get his moves next turn, so we're kind of boned. Because he has a veer plate on her. That's gonna suck. Monkey nuts. You know what I mean. Also, I got a really bad break there on my stuff. Whatever. I need to dodge this. Dodge. Dodge. No dodge. Dang. Now she's over. Now she's over. Unless I get a 5 match. Oh, I'll tag Ray in. He's got a Judgment Day plate on Cena, too. Yeah. I'll do this. Hopefully Cena can't kick... No, Bianca will kick him out. It won't matter. But I can maybe... If I can survive to the tag... no, it's Cena. I won't. Who am I kidding? I will not survive to the tag. Christmas tree plate, I'd be good, yeah, if I wanted to use that. I threw the braid on now, since I got the gear, true. Had surgery on your back? Ooh. Rough, dude. Maybe I can live one more turn. No, he'll tag in anyway. I'm sure. That's not what I wanted. I really needed him to move the pin bar and not tag Zianka in. What's up, Aim Dog? I made it. We did it. It was ugly. But we did it. Hey, it's better to be lucky than good. Oh, son of a... I hate dodge. No, we're fine. If I get a pin, we're fine. Because the bleed is going to do more than that, I think. No! No! Oh, we did it. Wow, okay. Woo! X-rays on your knees? That doesn't sound fun. Unlucky, then lucky again. That's funny. Alright. Yeah, dude. I'll take it. Okay. That's enough for now while he heals up. I don't want to blow health packs. That gets me into 78th right there. 30, 20 to 30 is good in there, you know, for some extra prize wall points. I probably get there because I have all my stuff to claim yet. Also, guys, if you use your energy, save it for later in the event, it works way better, right? So you want to keep your streak up and stuff, and get your points when you get your streak, but then let it fill up and take time. It works a lot better because then everyone else gets higher. You get better opponents as far as points go, to score points and such like that. So that makes a big difference. So like how and when you use your energy, you can rank a lot higher if you do it smart. This one is just about grinding, right? This is just about grinding here. So you can use that anytime if you want to go for that one. Kick out damage works on the first couple. It doesn't work on the third one. It is a little bit weird. Yeah, hopefully they fix that. Okay. Boss battle. Yeah, I know that guy too. I think he's in chat. So, this really... Maybe Furple will answer me. Let me see. I'm gonna tag him. At Furbo. Do you know why the buffs say applies at boss difficulty 20 and up? Will buffs not work on the previous levels? Question mark. We'll see if he can answer that for me. Because that's a little bit weird. Every 3+ turns? This is interesting. I'm assuming the shield almost always goes down on turn 2. I wonder if we'll get the shield and the freeze. It says every 3 turns, but then this says freezes moves for 2 turns. Are you going to get a turn where freeze is gone completely? That's what it looks like. Oh, okay. Good. Thanks, Davey. Thanks, Davey. I missed that. Yeah, moves are going to work as normal. That's unintended verbiage here. So you don't need to worry about it. Good news. Good news. Okay. I feel like this every 3 turns is not accurate. Do you guys feel like that's not accurate? Every 3 turns for the shield? That seems...
I wrapped the arm in barbed wire and I tore them apart.
And the freeze, they've never been on a 3-turn cycle, right? They've always been 2, I think. I don't know, we'll find out, right? Maybe it will be 3. Silence gems will get in the way a little bit. So, looking at, I want to try and like, like kind of the top 2 or 3 in each spot first, and then use what you have to after that. Yeah, pretty sure New Age. Those, I don't think you can accurately go off of those. So, Z Ricky should be great, right? Roman should be fine-ish. Not as good as Z Ricky. And not many people have Roman, but this kind of setup should be fine. I need to switch his medals around for this. But number 1 is going to be somebody I don't have. Kali should be really good too. And who's down here? Zombie HBK. I think those are my top 3. Zombie HBK, Kali, and Ricky. Do you guys agree or disagree with those being the top 3? There's other good ones. I think those are the best 3. In here, damage-wise. Feel free to make a case if you think somebody deserves to be, like, ahead of them. But I think those are probably the top 3. And then, like, potentially Rick, depending on how the green move damage works. I don't know. His moves are kind of small, though. Roman should be good for the purple gem breakage. Unfreeze is really the important thing on this spot. So the unfreeze would be the good part, Brother Ray. He makes yellow gems on his traps. And how many traps does he throw? Is it like 13 or so? The thing is, you want a metric crap ton of traps. Rude makes 49, huh? Let me see on Rude. If you had Rude leveled up, sure. How are you gonna... Does he blow up the board easily? I guess you would use what? This. And... probably that sort of thing, maybe? What else, right? Destroy that, broken by you. Destroy 2 random column breaks. Where does he make column breaks? Oh, it's this one. Sub, column breaks. Oh, I guess you could put these all at the top. Like this. Yeah? And it's a sub, so you could use all heart as well. Columns up and down. You just place these all at the top. And then you could choose and blow up the whole board, right? Or swipe and blow up most of the board. That makes sense, right? That actually could be solid. You could, like I said, throw all heart. So maybe, yeah, if you have Rude leveled up, that actually could be pretty solid for damage-ish. Because what? You're going to get most of the board, like 40 gems times 60, 240 gems, essentially. Actually, no. 60 for each one times 40. 60 times 40 is 2,000. Is that 2,400 gems? That's 2,400 gems, isn't it? Yeah, that's a lot of gems. Uh, that's probably decent. Yeah. That looks pretty good. Was that how you guys would run him? I feel like that's probably the moves. That's definitely worth talking about. Rude, Hall of Fame. Mutant. I don't think that gets him into the top 3, but I think that he is probably, that's probably going to be pretty good. Mutant Roman. What's his moment? Nope. Okay. Gets him the team photo. Yeah, I'm interested if somebody has him 6-star. Let me know how he does in boss battle, because I don't think I'm gonna take him up this one, because I don't have shards of him. Yeah, I don't have shards of him, so I'm not gonna take him up to try. But I think he has a chance to be solid. If you have your whatever on Brett, you know, he's got green moves, so you could run triple green and do a little bit. Not a lot, but the unfreeze is the important thing here. Same thing with Sheik, could maybe do if you got your unfreeze leveled up. You have him 6s? Nice. Let me know how it works, Rano. Memrock, if he's your unfreeze guy, sure, use him for the unfreeze, but he doesn't chuck a lot of trap gems, and he doesn't make the traps purple. He makes them yellow. So you're missing out on that. He does, however, have a buff. So when it hits traps, there's a slight buff to the traps, which a slight buff is a lot when they're 60 times. So Memrock might be worth using, especially if he's your unfreeze guy. But I don't think he will be like top tier or that kind of thing, and I would run him this way to get purple gems on, and this will fill up, right? You can throw this on traps, if that makes sense, right? So I would use that. Hey, Nay, how are you? Mag, what's up? So I don't think Memrock will be great, but worth using if he's your best, absolutely. The main thing is either win on turn 1, right? Otherwise, if you don't win on turn 1, then you need to focus on what are you doing to win, right? So you're either doing big damage, or you're breaking the shield, or unfreezing, or that kind of thing, right? So this is obviously the unfreeze slot. I'm going to bring my max unfreeze guy. He just also happens to be good at breaking the shield and probably will do okay damage in Mutant Roman. But their Rock is probably worth talking about. Memrock because of the buff, I guess. Happy Corbin will be the... Is he in this one? I don't think he's in this one. He's in aggressive. We'll get to that when we get to aggressive. He's not focused. Ba-da-bum-bum, ba-dum-bum-bum. Possibly Steiner. If you got him 6-star. I don't think he's gonna be worth talking about though. Unless he's 6-star with the Sheik plate, and I think you'll have better options. Hey, great. How are you? You're in the shower, Johnny? Well, I hope you're having a great shower, bud. Think of me while you're in there. Black can make purples. They're not buffed super hard, but if he's your guy that has... He'll be good at the shield, right? Right? Does he make purples? The whole silence purples, or is it greens? I can't remember. Let me make sure. If it's... Ah, crap. Just dropped my pen on my keyboard. I can never remember. He makes them... What does he make them? Green, never mind. Don't care. Okay. Don't care. I think that's it, right? Maybe Judgment Day Priest, right? What does he do? I don't know what he does. I have to look him up. Hold on. Champions, Priest. Judgment Day. Obviously, new Dom will be good. Window capture. There we go. Take out a pin. 14 randoms into trap. I don't like random. Countdown. Countdown. 8 submission. Remaining gems turn into trap off of the sub, but it's choose, which I hate choose. Random's good for boss, but I also... Oh, randomly responds to trap gems. Never mind. That's fine. That's fine. 22 traps into blue with the finisher, so then we just need to load the purpley. How do we reload? How do we load? Oh, the submission, yeah. So, armbar.
Armbar!
Middle rope diving flatliner into the finisher. Should be pretty solid on Priest. As well. So yeah, worth talking about. He doesn't make purple, sadly. So he's not as good as I think the first 3. But yeah, he should be okay too. Okay. Ridge does not do traps. Saskatchewan armbar. Yeah, I bet, Johnny. I bet. Invis Cena, what color do his traps turn into? They're not purple, right? Does he do yellows too? I don't remember. Oh, he does do purples. Okay. Okay. So Invis Cena would be good. He doesn't make as many traps as some of the other guys, but he would be solid because he does purples off of the traps. So when they hit, they double buff. Or should double buff. So yeah, he would be good. Yeah, yellow, red, red. Red. 6 traps into yellow. Yep. Gain 1 red MP. Yeah. That seems... How do we get... No, how do we get to the red? Is there a plate purple to red? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't have Cena. But he's going to be fine. I have 0 shards of him. So he'll be good. Shamo, I don't think does traps. So yeah, I think that's pretty much... That's a lot of people in there. Now... Unfortunately, of everyone we talked about, no one is free to play. Zombie Ricky, Kali, ZHBK, Hall of Fame Rude, Mutant Roman, Rock, Judgment Day Priest, and Invis Cena. Not a one of them are even remotely free to play. You're one short with the red after the first shot. Yeah, so there's be better options than Invis Cena, but if he's your best option, that's not bad, right? So, free to play. Is there anyone that can choose purple gems or generate a bunch of randoms just for breaking the shield? Actually, you probably just whoever you have in this slot, whoever you have with your breaker leveled up. So, like Brett, a lot of people have, as much as I hate saying this, but the unfreeze will be key. So, like your Brett would probably be go-to. And can he do some purple? Anything purple? No, he can't generate purples, can he? We're not in that slot, Sib, but yes, Hall of Fame Lawler will look great on the shield. This is focused. Focused, again, will be a problem for free-to-play, so my recommendation would be use whoever you have your boss breaker on. Because the guys that are decent damage and shield breakers in this slot are all heavily, like, paywalled, right? So it's kind of whoever you have your breaker on. Yeah. That's just part of boss battle sometimes, you know. Because I wouldn't say you would want to level anyone else up necessarily just for boss for that. Yeah. Okay. Chaotic. KO. And I really need to make a freaking notepad list here. Really, I should put this in a spreadsheet and reuse these, to be honest, because we see some of the same stuff. Why have I not done that? Pull up one of my spreadsheets. Blank. Oh. Also, I need to get to Stockwatch now, because I feel comfortable with the way the changes to Showdown in making that that call for a lot of those now. Boss battle, we'll call sheet 1. What is this? Trap boss? Rename trap purple green move. Alright. For the first one, we had focused. And we had ZHBK, Z Ricky, and Kali. And then probably Mutant Roman, Hall of Fame Rude, Mem Rock, JD Priest, and Invis Cena. New Dom. What's New Dom? His style. Yeah, baby ice. Okay, now we're gonna go to chaotic. Judgment Day Dom is defensive? Oh, wow. I love my spreadsheets. So, I do a lot of them too. I just don't share them too much anymore. You want to level up Trick Sarge? Don't do it. Okay. KO and Knoxville should be the best performers here from a damage standpoint. KO and Knoxville both should be incredible. Okay, defensive. After that, um, IOW Kane is kind of interesting, somebody said. Yeah, Brett, legendary Brett for Shieldbreaker, absolutely. Um, IOW Kane at 6-star has some traps and some purple. Hall of Fame Lawler for a Shieldbreaker, actually pretty solid. Brett can just hit the purple move over and over to break the shield, so I really like him at 6-star. Um, Yeah, for people that already have him, yeah. And in the free to play realm, plus he can do some purples. He won't be crazy damage, but he can also do some damage with the traps and help break the shield. So if you don't have KO sort of thing, and you don't have Brett, Gooker's decent at shield as well. Although he's kind of rare, but he will be decent. Scott Steiner, yeah, for shield, yep. Let me I need to be. Um, I don't know if anyone else is in KO or Knoxville's realm, right? Are we pretty agreed on that? Like, as far as from a damage output, no one is going to be in their realm. Yes, Rico as well. Yep, Trick Ricochet. He might end up being like a kind of like a number 3 after those guys as far as a damage standpoint, simply because he makes so many traps and so many purples, and it's an easy recycle. He might be number 3 from a shield, and I love that it's mostly random, so it should be quick. From a damage shield combo, he might be. He probably is number 3, maybe. Looked at Montez. I think best case scenario, you're looking at about 3 million a purple gem. And I just don't know that you're going to be able to make enough purple gems for him to matter from a damage standpoint. Because I thought that as well. I think Trick Rico is actually looking kind of good in this 3 spot for now. And then it's manual. Yeah, a lot of choosing. Better than nothing, yes, but I mean, like, if you have Showboat Montez, you probably have KO. You probably have Brett, who would be better on the shield. You know what I mean? Lawler is going to break a lot. So the thing, too, with Lawler, you could just have him ready to go. And that's, what? 5x3, 15. 30 purple gems right out the gate. That's not terrible. Might argue that Lawler is better, even. I don't know. But maybe you don't have him leveled up, you know? Yeah, well, but what I mean ready to go is you would have the moves charged one wing. Not down, I meant charged, and then you'd click your 2 buttons. But yes, you'll have to be cognizant of the silence gems overriding your specials. For sure, Brett spamming the purple. Also, he can throw multiplies and do damage too until the shield is up. Then he can just do straight purples. I like Brett a lot for shield breaking if he's your 6-star. And he's required all the time. So that seems like a pretty useful move in general. Honestly, if you have your NXT Riddle at 6-star, he would be pretty. Why can I not? He needs to be 6-star though. But if you're someone like B-Rock who has him 6-star, triple blue, you got the purple buff too. Increase your purple gem damage. 34 color turns into purple. And then make all of these, the whole board purple. He would be quite handy to have. And then like either a Z plate or smoke plate or something to recycle easier. but he would be pretty good if you had him 6-star. Actually at the shield and do some damage on top of it. Interestingly enough. So that's a good free-to-play shout. Otis is okay. With a Titan plate, he can choose some purples. Recycle, I don't like the choosing. But Otis would be okay as well in the free-to-play land. All right, am I missing anyone? We got, like, damage-wise, we got KO, Knoxville, Trick, Rico. And then, like, shield-wise, we got, like, Legend Brett, so Tech Brett. We have Hall of Fame Waller. Who else? Who else do we have? Zombie Orton, does he make many purples? I thought he made blues. He has a choose purple, but I think he makes blues, does he not? And no traps. Tech Brett, Hall of Fame Lawler. Ah, Steiner, thank you. Steiner for shield for sure. Steiner. He also has green move damage too, which depending could be interesting. I don't think the green move damage is going to be great on anyone except maybe Sammy, with the moment and stuff, but we'll see. Who else was shield breaker? And there's somebody else that was free. Oh yeah, IOW Kane. IOW Kane at 6-star, and IOW Kane 6-star. NXT Riddle 6-star. Make sure I'm not missing anyone else. Gooker for the shield. Yep. Definitely Gooker for the shield. And I would say you should take Riddle up way before Farouk. Because Riddle is a good fighter on top of it. So yeah, I wouldn't advise Farouk unless you're like a Mark sort of thing. So who's the other one? I just said somebody else. Burr, 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 burr. Oh yeah, Otis. He's useful all around. And Gooker. I will talk about Montez because I think he's a trap one. But you know, people have him 6-star, so who's that? Farouk? My time to shine. Okay. Aggressive, honestly, there are very few good ones in here. This is Umaga all the way. I don't have Umaga, but he's easily the best spot in aggressive. There's not a lot here. So I would focus on breaking the shield on this one. So I'm going to use, like me, I'm going to use my Hogan because he can choose wild cards. Don't forget, wild cards count as every gem color for shields. So if you have a wild card guy like Hogan, you can do this sort of thing. And just get him set up for the shield. No, not him. I want Big John Stud. Birdie bird. Somewhere. Where the heck is he? Did I go buy that fool? He's not leveled very far, I know that. There he is. And then if you have the zombies, you can generate 23 wild cards doing this sort of thing. It's pretty fantastic for breaking the shield. So Hogan, if you have him, you can run him like that sort of thing. Good shield breaker of all colors, so he's worth leveling if you have him for that reason. I like Corbin this way, actually. This way is not bad. You would be dropping purples on traps and black gems on traps to recycle. These traps, when you break them, if you would have to refill your red is the downside. Sadly, because your opponent won't break them. So you'd have to swipe for your reds, but you could also use these to create cascades. Let me see if there's a better option for reds. No, that's it. Yeah. So Corbin, I would go this way. You get 5 columns of traps. And you can do a little bit of purple stuff. So you could throw the choose the black, hit that again, you know, that sort of thing. So Corbin, okay. In a pinch, if you don't have a shield breaker, this is a tough spot. In general, of course, if you have a max exhaust guy, yeah, if you got him 6-star, absolutely, you could use the destroy. You could use the sub in the, yeah, hold on, let me go back to that. What do we got? Botch to destroy. So you could also do. You could also run this if you have them 6-star, and then just choose reds to destroy too. I don't really like that it's choose. You could probably run the sub and, like Sensei said, choose botch gems to destroy with the trap move. You're going to overwrite a lot of your traps would be the concern, so you would do the sub first, then put your traps down in that order. Probably like this one the best just because it's slapping area down. Well, that's only 5 MP too. Probably actually would probably run it this way now that I think about it. But Corbin, something like that for sure. Other good shield guys. So maybe interesting, especially with a Sheik plate. Triple green Jimmy. You can just spam the finisher over and over. So you don't even need triple green, really. In fact, I would run him this way, because this loads it. And just click this, and then just spam the finisher the whole way. So click this, and then spam the finisher, especially if you have a Sheik plate. The finisher buff is, what is it? Was it 7.5? So that makes your new base like 2 mil? Is that right? That's not right. Yeah, 1.8-ish. Okay. So if his new base is 1.8-ish, if you have a Sheik plate, every finisher it's going to go up 1.8. But then you'll also have your trainers on him. So let's say you have the finisher trainer in like Gable or Bailey at 100% and a 200% metal. You know, you could hit like 350% on that 1.8 million. So you're probably going to hit for like 8 million and then add that extra 1.8 per sheet plate. So first hit, 8 million. Second hit, like basically 10 million, 12 million, 14, 16, etc. And you just would spam this repeatedly. So, you know, click this, spam this, that sort of thing. So he's maybe a solid shout with the Sheik plate. I don't know how much damage he'll do, but it'll help. Also, you could have this one in as well, and he can throw some random purples when you get to the shield. Um, or the choose. Probably the choose would be better. So he could help with the shield that way when you get to the shield point. And yeah, moment will help for sure. Another 141% if you have it this far. If you max it, it goes to 200, I think. Yeah, 200. So, not the worst as far as options there. Um, I really don't know that there's another good damage dealer besides Umaga, though. None of these guys are purplies, right? Heavy purple. Well, I mean, like, that someone would want 5-star gold or 6-star. Literally think it's just Umaga. Oh, come on, come on. Yeah. So that one's rough. I think for most people, even for Shield, it's rough. I mean, you got basically Umaga, Hogan with wildcard for breaking the shield. You got what's his face, Corbin, okay-ish. You got Jimmy, okay-ish. Corbin maybe better, depends. Jimmy okay with the sheep. We'll go with sheep. Otherwise, you're again probably using your boss breaker, right? Maybe Theory, okay-ish. He's got some traps, but he's not great. Yeah, so Zando, that's where you would use your breaker guy, right? Uh, your exhaust guy, so your team doesn't take damage if you need to. Yeah, Ridge or Taker, that sort of thing. You know, it's you do the best you can to grab purple gems. There's a lot of ways you can go about it. Um, Anyone that has a choose, you can actually use the choose and catch a lot of purples too, even if it's not purple. So like you could also have one of these chooses in and cascade into purples and things like that. Keep in mind your damage doesn't really matter unless it matters, right? So it's more about using your breaker and setting up to break gems. Now, if you're using Taker to grow the damage and that sort of thing, sure, yeah. If you're going to be the damage late game, then you would not want to lose your turns and that sort of thing, right? So Taker and Ridge both would work for that, yes. To use your guy with your breaker. So Taker, breaker. Same token, you could also use Butch. Grow the damage that way too. So this slot is pretty rough as far as like what are you gonna do on the boss, right? Then we get to defensive. I'm gonna try Sammy just because Sammy and the moment. Dom is gonna be the best for sure. Yes, I do have Sammy there. What's really interesting, guys, and I'm going to go to the portal on this one. You know who's going to be really good in a lot of boss battles? A lot of them, including this one. Check this out. Especially if you have Zianka. He's like a way better Walter. 11 random traps. When you break them, 3 random into red. So it recycles itself. If you have Bianca, it's 6 randoms per trap. 6 random reds per trap. So he's got traps. He's got X breaks on his sub. He has blast gems on this sub. He has a choose red here, a 3x2 area into purple. There's a lot of stuff you can do. Make random gems, 15 random gems into blast gems. So you could easily run like a Titan plate and buff your gems with this. So yeah, there's just, and once he's going, right? He's just going to turn the board red. The traps are going to be there all the time. When you fill the yellows, you hit the Titan plate to get the 200% extra damage. You can throw purple gems on the trap with this one. You could use throw the sleeper out there for more blast gems, proc the Titan plate again, right? You have to swipe some in there. But Icon JBL is going to be a defensive Swiss Army knife for boss battle. There's so many different things he does that it's going to be, and different color routes he can go. It's going to be pretty useful, right? Or at least I think so. So I think he's a great defensive boss battle guy. I'll be leveling mine up. Yeah, mid Carter. Don't even. Do not even. JBL is the first one of those I would go for too, by the way, guys. Strictly for boss battle. Sammy obviously might be good. We'll see. Big finisher, finisher buff, green buff, chic plate, all that jazz. The one concern I have is recycling with him. No, King Booker won't be good. No one breaks the traps. I know, Mid Carter. No one breaks King Booker's traps. He will not be good. And he's slow. Like, he makes a bunch of them, but there's no damage there to buff them or anything. One concern with Sammy is potentially running out of green gems. So that's why I think you need to run triple green with the Choose Destroy and the sub. Not the blue one. He doesn't do anything with purple. No, he doesn't. It's red. You could use Booker, though, like... So, Bischoff actually might be okay for purples. Gem breaking the shield. This yellow move does it all. So you just would need to get back to the yellows after the purple. The sub is choose yellow, which I don't love, but there's no really great shield options in here. So if you have your Bischoff leveled up, he can absolutely help to break the shield quite a bit in the defensive slot, so he's not bad. Judgment Day Dom will be a freak. We established that. Does Cesaro make purples? He does, right? Yes. It's not ideal. Probably wouldn't use that one. Anything... Bonus damage we don't care about. Maybe just this to be safe. So it's not necessarily ideal, but you could at least help break the shield with that. It's too choosy, but it's better than nothing, like as far as when there's very few good options in here. So Cesaro could help with the shield a little bit. Um, 6 random into purple. Yeah. Not really. That's so much of a stretch. But better than nothing, I guess. Um, if your team needs to heal and you need to bring a healer, I guess you're bringing your healer. Booker. All right. All right. Let's talk about this. Everyone, Booker, everyone. Um, It is so slow, man. If he's your healer, though, I guess. The problem is, though, and here's the problem. Yeah, Cutler. He'll be okay. Once you break your 3 trap gems, the whole board is froze, so you can't put more trap gems down, really. So I just don't see that as being really viable, if that makes sense. We talked about him earlier on the other one, Cutler, but yes, he should be solid. That's the problem with Booker, because you're going to make the whole board into freeze gems, so you won't be able to put these back down. So I just don't see Booker as being a good option, even though, yeah, he makes a ton of traps. It's sort of a one and done kind of thing, and then it's really slow on top of it. That's the way I see it. Snoop, does he do anything with purples? He's a trickster. His animations are usually slow, so there's that. But, I mean, it recycles no problem. So he would be a decent shield breaker. There's just not a lot to choose from in here, as I'm sure you guys are seeing. What's everyone going to use here? If only Judgment Day Dom. I really like Bradshaw, actually. Walter, you know, as well, can kind of do stuff, but that's about it. Max Heel Breaker. Yeah. Well, so the thing is, if your team's trying to win turn 1 or turn 2, you don't need the heal at all. So maybe come up with something. The Miz. This guy. This guy. This Miz? Can't even make purples? He has purple moves, but he can't make purples. Trick? Oh my gosh. Even worse. Is he defensive? That's gross. Trick Sammy can make some purples, I think, yeah? So, Trick Sammy, I think he's got to choose purple. Yeah, he's got to choose purple there. Unfreeze, in my opinion, Cutler. Unfreeze. It's really not super useful, though, till you get it maxed, but that's true of a lot of the breakers. Yeah, he heals himself, too. So yeah, I would say throw Sammy on there, because it's better than nothing, right? Yeah, I think, other than Judgment Day Dom, that's probably, damage-wise, the only one that's got much shot. We'll see how it goes. I'm curious. I don't know that he's gonna, you know, set the world on fire, but I may end up just switching to somebody that can do a choose to destroy more purples, you know, for the shield. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so that list is pretty depressing. We got, let me go back to that sheet. Did I close it like a big dum-dum? No, I didn't. We basically got Judgment Day Dom, we got JBL Icon, we got Sammy, and then we have some less good shield options. We got, what do we have? We got, oh, we also got Walter, uh, Sammy Tech. We got Snoop, Trick. We got Sammy, Trick. What else was in there? That was a mess. Is he defensive, Zombie Cena? Yeah, just pull Dom and YOLO him. I'll do what I can. Oh, Bischoff. Bischoff for the shield. That's I'm missing. He's actually decent, I think, for shielding. Bischoff. Where's Master Jim when we need him? I actually haven't DM'd him lately. I need to do that. See how he's doing. I guess this RO potentially. Gable's fine. Again, use your choose to set up to make purple matches. I've done that with Gable before for healing. You can use the choose to set up purple matches. Yeah. Zombie Cena is defensive. What's he do? Five random indie. Where's the purples? Stop it. Oh, one trap into purple gem. So you have to have him 6 stars. Choose 2 rows to make into trap gems. The broken beer. Was there one that increases your yellow? Okay, no. But then is there a purple that goes to yellow? I would or a green that goes to yellow? Yeah. Yeah, so you could use Gore Buster, Cryptborn Stunner, and Zombie Attack if you had him 6 star. How many does this make? 2 rows isn't terrible. If this makes like 14, let me look it up. That's and they're purple. That's actually not terrible. Potentially. I can't believe I just said that. 25 traps into purple. It is 9 MP. You would refill the green every time, and then you'd chuck some random yellows. So you would definitely want matchy match out the butt. And you'd want extra yellow gems. But that honestly isn't horrible. Because 7 random into yellow, you'd fill that no problem every time. Getting back to the yellow would be the problem. I wish it was not 9 MP. That's kind of butt. But you would make all 2 rows, so 14 gems into purple. Interestingly, you could go Coma Bomb, Cryptborn Stunner, and then make all of them purple, like all 25, but none of it fills your yellow. So you wouldn't recycle. But it is interesting. That would be 25 purple gems. That would be really interesting, actually. I wonder how hard that would hit. Not that I have any desire to take him 6 star. It's too bad. It's too bad they didn't update these. Like if his moves if his moves were doing damage on the traps like all the new trap guys do, that he would be fun with the stun and stuff, you know? traps, fill the stun. He could potentially be kind of fun. But there's just no move damage on any of it, and there's no gem damage anywhere, and the traps don't do any damage. So, like, it's really hard to say to somebody, take him 6-star for a boss when he's going to have next to no value anywhere else. You know what I mean? But honestly, he wouldn't be terrible if someone, for some reason, was a zombie Cena mark. Yeah, that would for sure. Architect Bruno. Yes, there is. Plate. I'll put him in there, but I wouldn't advise taking him 6-star. But that actually shocking. That's honestly probably decent. Z Cena 6-star. Good shout. Good shout. But yeah, you can see I'll have him 5-star gold as well. But I don't, and I have almost enough shards that he would be shard free. So it would just be tokens. I just don't love the idea of using tokens to take him. He's not terrible though. He's not terrible for this boss. Everything else probably terrible. Did I put Cesaro on that? Because there's not many good options. So let me put Cesaro too. Okay. Let me go over them real quick again for you guys. The best people for boss, Judgment Day Dom in this slot, KO or Knoxville in this slot, Umaga in this slot, and Zombie HBK, probably a clear number 1, Kali and Zombie Ricky, 2 and 3 would be my guess. That would be like your ideal in each slot. But this slot in focused looks like Zombie HBK, Zombie Ricky, Kali, Mutant Roman, Hall of Fame Rude, and then lesser degrees Memrock, Judgment Day Priest, and Invis Cena. Chaotic, KO, Knoxville, Trick Rico for damage. And then Shield, you got Tech Brett, Hall of Fame Lawler, Scott Steiner. IOW Kane can make traps and purple, so he's interesting. Riddle can at 6-star for IOW Kane, 6-star for NXT Riddle. Actually would do quite well. Otis Gooker, Montez I feel like is a trap, but I think people are going to want to know about him. Yes, zombies are good for zombie events too. Yes, you're not wrong. Aggressive Umaga is the only really good damage dealer. Hogan with wild cards for Shield. Corbin is an okay option. Jimmy with the Sheik is an okay option for a little bit of damage. Otherwise, like Taker and Ridge with your breakers, blowing up the board, growing the damage, that kind of thing. At aggressive. Defensive is pretty brutal. Judgment Day Dom. And then Icon, JBL, and Sammy Tech probably can do some damage. Otherwise, you know, Snoop Trick, Bischoff, Sammy Trick, Zombie Cena, 6-star only, Mutant Cesaro, and Walter. Am I missing anybody there? So Kali, if honestly, Cutler, I would use Kali big time if I had the unfreeze on him. If we're close on turn 1 in our faction, then I'll probably just switch to Kali, because he should be really good damage. Right here, check this out. It's a double whammy. 17 traps, and then they turn 2x2 Randy Mary into purple, and you buff your purple gem damage. Also, with an all heart, you buff that 100%, and the sub refills these. So, you know, you get 200% buff to the purples, and if they're landing on traps, which they very likely are, boom. Very big boom. Kali could end up with this one being better than Zombie HBK, even maybe. I don't know how hard that's going to hit because he double buffs. It depends how it works, how they work it with the double buff. But he could be incredibly disgusting when you're hitting your own stuff here. your traps because they're all going to be purple. So if you double buff that plus the buff here, I think he could be really, really, really good because there's so much buff and it's a double hit. That's why Ricky is pretty good too. Um, no buff, but it's purple. It's purples. And it's a fairly easy recycle. And you can just put a ton of trap gems out. So I hate that this is choose. At the same time, though, you can swipe and make the initial match. So that part's good. Okay, if you got Ricky with a 10 on freeze, then that's your guy, right? That's who you're going to use for sure. Yep, exactly, Cutler. He's your guy. I have like options this time, and I usually don't get to experiment too much in boss because we're not like we usually all well, I think we've always finished top 10. I think we've finished third was our best, maybe second or third in one of them. Usually we're around 5, 6 area, but we're not like speed demons, right? Like because we typically don't have like this massive carry force of like the weekend posters, right? Because we're not a really whaley faction. We have a lot of grinders and some good players, but not like a ton of whales. So we don't always have like I doubt we'll have hardly any Umagas, right? Just for example, Judgment Day Doms. If we have one or two, I would be surprised. You know what I mean? So like we have to kind of grind them out, and the buffs and stuff and the breakers make a huge difference. But when you're grinding them out, I don't have a lot of time to try different stuff because then that's taking away from someone getting their carries done or something like that. Yeah, that too, one wing. It's not like mandatory to be on at launch. We have a lot of European players too, so that makes a difference for sure. But like focused, I really want to mess around with Ricky and Kali, and then also see what Roman does with his multiplies, because this isn't nothing. That's 16 purple gems with pretty big multiply, and it's cheap to load. You know, I do not like that this is a destroy though. So I might go like this because it's really easy to load. And use purple to green. So glowing phantom, and I probably will use that because that'll load me fast. I think that's how I would go for sure. Now that I'm thinking about it. Hey, Broken. Did you just get here? What slot? Okay. What slot? Do you have KO? I know you were gone for a while, so I don't know if you have KO. Chaotic? Okay. Chaotic would be... Okay, KO, then use KO. Unless you have Knoxville, then you could experiment. KO for sure here. New Judgment Day Dom when you pull him. There. But seriously, if you don't have him, defensive is mostly a carry slot. Tech Sammy maybe with the green buff. I know, I'm funny. Tech Sammy maybe with the green buff. If you have Tech Sammy. Otherwise, you want to probably bring a shield breaker guy. If you guys are like winning turn 2, if you're not being carried. Somebody like Snoop can make purples if you have Snoop. I can't remember if you do. You do. Okay. So I would run Sammy and see how he does with the green move damage. Bischoff, a decent shield breaker too. With the right here. He turns the immobiles purple. Yes, because they're a 60 times buff Cutler, and he's putting the purples on them. So even though the animation is long, The fact that they're like 60 times, I don't have his gear either broken. It's you wouldn't use him for damage. It would just be actually I have one of his gears, I lied. Do I? Yeah, I have one. I think I have one. Do I have two? I have one. Yeah, I have one. I don't have this one. But it says I do because I previewed it with the sweater on, but I don't. You can see I don't. It doesn't matter. Yes! Yes! Yes, Broken with the sub. Cutler with the sub. Thank you, guys. Did you hear what I said, Cutler? Broken? Did the ad kick in? Alright, I'll wait till you're back. Not that you can hear any of this. Let me know. Okay, what was the last thing you heard, Cutler? I would use the traps, both traps, because it's a 60 times buff. Plus, he's breaking purples, so every one of those traps that turns purple also gets the purple buff. And I think it depends how it stacks, but I think it's going to be a huge boom when it's purple on the trap. So I would absolutely use those extra traps, even though it's a little bit slow on the animation. Yeah, give it a whirl. I think you're going to see when you blow up the board and hit all your traps, it's like, dang, Gina. You're going to be like,
What?
and then you're going to be like,
Yeah.
and then your faction mates are going to be like, and then they're going to ask you for carries, and this is what's going to happen.
No, that's not what I'm here to do.
You know? I think I did pretty good with my thingies there. Ghost Team deck. We'll wait for Broken to get back. And then, you know, can try answering some of his. What else, guys? You guys have questions at all about anything? I know there's like, we've had between like 80 and 100 people in here today, but it hasn't seemed like super chatty. So I'm wondering if like people are just listening, or like, you know, just kind of not really disagreeing with anything or not much else to add. So I always like a lot of conversation though. Are you back now, Broken? Yes. Goat, yes. If you have a veer plate, yes. Otherwise, it's probably worth having for when you get a veer plate. Who knows? Sometimes they give that stuff away. Fair enough, Fireman. I just want to make sure I'm actually, like, having a useful stream. Like, so... Thoughts, questions, concerns? Okay. So, Broken. You Sammy, right? Otherwise, did you hear about like potentially strict if you need to break the shield and your damage? I appreciate that, One Wing. And your damage isn't as much, then you want to go for shield breakers and stuff. Yes, Bischoff is good for the shield, Brother Ray. Because he can use the immobile. Here, let me go back to Bischoff. And you should be good, honestly, for shield at 5-star gold Broken on this one, because you guys are you're still in TNM still, right? I didn't miss something there. You guys are generally pretty quick, so 5-star gold with the, when you see this is the move. This one turns your throws immobiles out and then turns your immobiles purple, so that'll be good for the shield. You're out of there? Okay. Where did you end up going? If you don't mind me asking. I kind of thought I'd see you in 1%, but you could be in there and I don't even know. Because that's me. Black Ops? Okay, cool. I don't know how you guys generally do at boss then. Like speed-wise, that sort of thing. Yeah, I know you're always there. You're there like in chat, but so if you guys are, the thing with Sammy is, do you have a Sheik plate? 40% gem damage? That's pretty good, Goaty. I don't know yet, Brother Ray. What the heck? I just froze. You don't. Okay. So, if I would have... This is usually what I tell people, is have have two sets of guys broken. This is helpful, or I think helpful, how I look at boss. Basically, there's two ways of beating the boss, right? You either do enough damage to beat it quickly, or you have to grind it down. Would you guys agree with that? That's pretty much the way it works. You either win turn 1 or turn 2, or you're basically probably going to be in a grind where you need to have exhaust, you need to have healing, that kind of stuff. Any disagreements there? That's how I mostly see boss working out. Um, so I like to have two plans of attack and essentially two lineups, if that makes sense. I like to have a damage lineup when possible, where if we're really close to winning on like turn 1 or turn 2, that damage puts it over the top, right? So like, and then I like to have a grind option where what can I do to help us win if it's going to take a little longer. So it's either if it's a turn 2 and the shield comes out on turn 2 like it usually does, then I want to either do damage or I want to break the shield. If I'm not doing one of those two things, I feel like I'm kind of worthless. Like, and by do damage, I mean significant damage, like damage that makes a difference. So, that's kind of how I look at your lineup, right? So, like, if you get into the boss and you guys, I have no idea, Sensei. It's an app on the store. It looks cheesy AF, though. I've never played it. So if you get into the boss broken and your damage isn't making a significant difference with that character, have a backup, right? Because you're not essentially doing anything. So even if Sammy has better damage than the other guys, he's not choosing purple gems, he's not helping, if that makes sense. So you could alternatively go, yes, a max boss breaker will help if you guys are grinding and you like, let's say if we can't win quickly, most likely the best thing for me is just to take Gable and heal, because he's max healing. He'll keep my team alive. You know what I mean? If Sammy's damage isn't significant. So other people that actually I missed one, not great. Yeah, Corbin, I talked about him earlier. He's an option. Should be okay damage, not great at the shield, but should be okay damage because he makes 5 columns of traps. That's a lot of 60 times gems out there. Nice, Goat. Also, where is... Who am I looking for? Where is stupid Elias at? Not Elias. Here. Not the best option, but another defensive option is finisher, choose 10 to make into purple, and this buff goes up to 350%. The problem is recycling with this, but this is a good build too, and a decent option. I need to add him to the list because I didn't talk about him. I forgot about not Elias. Zeke. So he's a good option too. And what I was going to say about not necessarily needing people 6-star is if you look how quickly, it depends how quickly you're winning. Because if you look at he only starts dealing 2 million damage, but it does go up quickly. So if you have someone running a max exhaust, you're only taking half the damage. You know what I mean? And if someone else is running heal or something, then it doesn't matter as much. Having a 6-star health pool, but that all is relative to what your team is doing, so it's really hard to give perfect advice. I can give an idea, and then it's kind of up to you how to work it in with your team that you're running with. But that's how I look at it. I try to either do damage, use a breaker, or break the shield. And by use a breaker, I mean a useful, meaningful breaker. Yes, he's going to be great for breaking the shield. Tech Brett in Chaotic, so if you don't have KO and you don't have Johnny Knoxville, you could be a Shield All-Star with your 6-star Legend Tech Brett, plus he's required all the time. At 6-star, he can just spam purple over and over. I think this goes to 5x5, what is that, 25 gems? You just spam it over and over and over and break the shield and look like a Superman. I wouldn't honestly even mess with the sub and this move. I would literally just spam this. I haven't set up any builds yet, Beast. We're still locking in all of the guys. As a shield breaker, he'd be okay, Nico. He's not going to be like crazy damage, I don't think. Let me check Scott real quick. Not my Scott, by the way. I still have to do my preview on him. I have 1,700 shards, as you can see. You wouldn't use the bleed, no point. So you'd just be running these two over and over, and you'd just be making purple gems. So just these two moves. No, Z-Taker, not enough trap gems broken, and then it's green gems on top of it. His damage will be negligible, and you're not doing anything for the shield. So Scott will be a shield breaker only, not a high damage. Brett seems like he'll be faster. I wouldn't run a third move. I would literally just spam these two. I don't see a reason to run a third move. It'll do less damage for you. I would only run these two. But KO and Knoxville should be by far the best two damage-wise in here. I think number 3 will be Ricochet. Trick Ricochet, I think, will be number 3 damage-wise. This slot is pretty disgustingly bad. I'm going to use Hogan because wildcards, if you guys didn't know, wildcards count as every color for a shield. So he's making 23 purples plus whatever connects on the wildcards if you set it up like this. So that's a minimum 23 purples, should recycle, and you're going to connect a lot more purples, you would think. Umaga is by far the best. If you have Umaga, you want to use Umaga here. He's the only viable damage dealer here. Otherwise, everyone else should be a shield breaker. Corbin potentially can do some damage, and there's not a lot of good options. So if you don't need exhaust, i.e. you're winning fast, then you can probably run Corbin, get some damage out of that. But more than likely, your best bet for most factions is going to be to have a max exhaust in this slot. So Taker, Ridge, somebody like Hogan with wild cards, somebody that can grow damage. If Ray is your max exhaust, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like whoever your max exhaust guy is, that's who you use. Jay is interesting because he could have exhaust, and I would probably set him up like this with a Sheik plate because he can just spam the finisher over and over. Yes. Focused, Zombie HBK, Kali, and Zombie Ricky should all be amazing in the focus slot. You can use this to load this, and then when the shield comes up, you can choose to break some purple gems, but just spam the finisher over and over and over once it's loaded. This would be to load this, and this would be to have your choose purples to help with the shield. So Jimmy Uso, solid option, plus Moment that buffs the finisher if you have that. So that's a decent option that can help a little bit with the shield. Everybody's got Jimmy. If not 6-star, 5-star gold is something, right? And he can help all along the way for this one. So Jimmy's a decent choice. Yeah. I believe it's the trap move that makes purples, and then the green moves that destroy the traps, Cutler. Let me double check. I don't have Umaga, so I'm just going off of what I think. You can see I'm 720 some shards away. 4 gems to make into 2-turn Juggernaut. That will increase your purple. No, that's not it. It's the trap gems. This one, I believe. Green, purple, and something else. Yeah. Probably green, purple. Yes. This to load the finisher. This, and then you're going to make them green. That'll break all your traps. Or most of them. I think like that. Thanks, Goat. Probably something like that. I haven't played him in so long though there might be something better, but I think that's probably it. Later, Goaty. Enjoy your dinner, man. Yeah, so this one just does bleed, or it does increase the purple MP. So you could also potentially use it, but you would use it with this one. And it's choose. I don't like the choose, and there's not as many traps. So I think the green is probably your best bet. And that should recycle itself fine. Green, green, purple recycles. Get a bunch of traps. I think that's how I would go with Umaga. Yeah. Green, green, purple. So yeah, this slot I think more about breaking or no problem, fireman. Breaking or using your breaker. Shield breaking, unless you have Umaga, of course. Okay, Sandman. Thanks. Mid Carter, are you still here? That's freaking hilarious. I just looked at Discord. That is the perfect lineup. You could use the Juggernaut move, yes. Absolutely, you could. The thing is, though, is the trap gems are 60 times buff, and purple is only 8 times. So I don't think the Juggernaut gem buff will make up for it, to be honest. I honestly think he will hit harder with the traps, Sandman, but I could be wrong. But the 20 gems at 60 times is a lot. But that tricolor, so the Juggernaut, you got what, 68%, 4 gems, so that's like 280% buff after 8 times. I'll tell you what, Sandman, how hard do you hit with that? Shield breaking. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Also, it should do damage too, but yeah, that would work for shield breaking too. That's a great shout. If you find you're not doing a ton of damage, here, let me save it. I'll throw it up. Yeah, that's the running headbutt drop, Samoan wrecking ball, and super kick. That's fair. That would work for the shield, absolutely, yeah. That makes sense. Fair enough. Yeah, yeah. Good shout on the shield. So that just leaves this spot broken. Who do you have here? Do you have Zombie Ricky, Mutant Roman, Zombie HBK? Those are probably the top 3 guys. After that, it would probably be like Mutant Roman, Hall of Fame Rude, Memrock, Judgment Day Priest, or Invis Cena. That one is like as usual. Focused is the most paywalled one every single time. Okay. Got in the middle of a lot of questions. Did I miss anything there that I need to loop back around to? And also, guys, gameplay videos for this boss. What do you think some of the more useful videos to do for boss battle would be this time around? Like which characters that I have, either at 5-star gold or, like that. I don't know how many people have Ricky, but I kind of want to do one on him because we just had zombies. I think I did one on Kali before. Maybe I'll do another one though because this is a little bit different. Maybe I've done KO ones in the past. I've done Jimmy ones in the past. I think I'm gonna start with Ricky and just have some fun with it. Why not? I can always switch. Dude, I would have to take him to 6-star, my man. I don't want. He's probably gonna be somewhat decent there. Theory is probably gonna be slowish, but yes, he is an option. Where did I forget to put him in? Is he aggressive? Yeah, but at 5-star gold, he doesn't get the traps into purple, so it doesn't matter. He needs to be 6-star to really work. And I don't want to use any of my 15 trickster tokens on him. If I could show gameplay of 5-star gold, I certainly would. If that, yeah, no problem, dude. Theory. Let me go back to theory. Who's good aggressive again? Not very many. Umaga is good damage and good shield. After Umaga, it's really a short list at aggressive. You mostly want to focus on your max breaker. Whoever has your max exhaust. Hogan can break the shield, but like Ridge, Taker, Corbin, Jimmy, maybe Theory. I feel like his animations are a little bit slow and he's choosing. This 20 random traps is okay, but it increases your black MP. Okay, I'm okay with that. So probably he doesn't change them purple though, but he might be an okay. I need to put him in there. He might be an okay option, but how would I run him? I don't like choose random choose. So the thing is this is basically going to recycle itself every time, but you have to choose the traps. So that's kind of a bummer. And it's kind of hard to get to the everything filled at the same time. But yes, Theory would probably be solid damage ish, assuming you can keep these traps coming out, which you can with these two, but then how do you break them? So you're probably better off going the finisher to break the traps. It's just a lot of clicks, you know, to get there. But no, that's the way. That's probably the way with Theory. I just don't. Yeah, aggressive. That could do some damage after Umaga. That's probably the second best damage wise, unless Jimmy does something crazy with a Sheik plate that I don't know of. Like somehow the moment makes a huge difference. Yeah, so I need to put Theory on there. Yeah, I guess that would probably be okay. Yeah. But aggressive is more probably your breaker though. Max breaker, grow your damage, Hogan, unless you have Umaga, of course. And then Jimmy, and that's about it. Aggressive is rough, and then focus is the most paywalled. Honestly, this Hogan would be okay too, because you got the wild card move. It's a choose though, but he'd be okay-ish for breaking shield as well. Not as good as this one. And for mid-range, how much... the boss had 1,000,000,000 health last time, right, guys? Am I right? Had 1,000,000,000? I think it was right out of Bill. And what was level 15? It was pretty significantly lower, right? Level 15 was like... was it 250 mil? Does anybody remember that? I want to say it was like 250. I should really track this stuff much closer. What slot is he in? Smart Rain. His damage isn't super high on the greens to begin with. Like, you really want to get a guy closer to like Sammy range where it's like 800,000, where the buff is really working on focused. There's a lot better options at Focused, I think. You think? Yeah. 15 was supposed to be lower than it was. Wasn't it at like the around 250 and we thought it was going to be like 180 or something, Sensei? And then the high level one was much higher for the ladies. And then the one before the ladies, I want to say it was like 1 billion. I could be wrong. Focused, not really damage wise, and he probably won't break the shield. But if you don't have like Zombie HBK, Zombie Ricky, Kali, Mutant Roman, Hall of Fame Rude, you probably want to bring a max on freeze. If you don't have a max on freeze, then maybe Steiner, sure. But he probably isn't bringing a lot to the table, to be honest. You'd be better off bringing your max on freeze for sure. In fact, in almost every case, you're going to be better off bringing your max on freeze unless you have Kali, Zombie Ricky, or ZHBK. You're going to be better off bringing a max on freeze. I wish I could remember. I'll ask in Discord, see if anyone remembers. Prediction up. Will I get 4 times points? Yes or no? 4 times whatever on this thing. Good luck, peoples. 4 times is a yes. Anything else is a no. Everybody's so quiet today. It weirds me out. Baby Ice, I finally quit playing Strike Force. I got really frustrated because, like, they changed the events to be, like, RNG shards, and I have really bad luck. And Kang, even though I did everything, I had really crappy luck, and I missed getting Kang on the recruit, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. This makes me super mad. And I uninstalled it because it had been moving way towards more RNG on the events and stuff. It really pissed me off. Hey McLovin, how are you, buddy? How's Sharn? I have the worst luck on those. Like it. Anyway, X4 baby, come on, here we go. You're still playing Snap? So Davey said Snap has been nerfing cards after you buy them and stuff because they're too strong. That kind of sucks. Are they? Is it like big nerf, Sandel? 4 times. We're paying out the yeses. Yeses win. Right on, man. How's your back, McLovin? Is it getting any better? Pay that man his money. It's ball to meta? I don't know if I understand that. Oh, did it just do another prediction? Don't do this one. This one's a cancel. Or is it? No, it's just saying the results. Okay. Never mind. It's balance meta, yeah. Is it frustrating though or not bothering you? Oh, that sucked. Question. Do they have chiropractors where you're at? And have you tried a chiropractor? There's good and bad chiropractors, by the way. So, but good chiropractors can help a bunch. Yeah, and yeah, it doesn't help. Okay. The only other thing, and I've actually never tried acupuncture, some people swear by it, but backs suck. So hopefully it's not like a surgery or anything like that. The concerning thing is there's bruising. Oh, if it's a torn muscle, definitely be careful with that. I tore my back muscle my sophomore year, which led to me it healing wrong because I didn't go anywhere for it, and led to me tearing my hamstring my junior year because my back was out and pulling the muscle harder, so I ended up tearing my hamstring because of that. The whole right side of me's effed up. I blew out my shoulder, right shoulder, blew out my right ankle, tore the right side of my lower back and my right hamstring, and I broke my right ring finger. Yeah, all in football. Didn't miss any games though. Gotcha, Zandel. Okay, fair enough. The whole right side of me is basically broken. Doesn't work right. Um. Okay. I think. What do we got going on? 5,000 pounds of milk, Derek? Oh, that. Come on, dude. It's only 5,000 pounds. I'm just kidding. That sucks. That's a lot of pounds. Okay, well, that's cool, Zandel. That doesn't sound so bad then. Later, Brother Ray. You were lifting a wheel and pop. That actually sounds like a tear, McLovin. Have you tried icing it and heating? Ice heat, ice heat. That actually, the pop sounds a lot like a tear. Can't remember if I thought it or said it, so have a good night, Brother Ray. I'll say it again if I already said it. Um, you know what? How about real quick? Let's see. Cutlers, thank you for the follow. Was this your first time in the stream, Cutlers? By the way, you actually talked a lot and stuff. It was nice. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Yeah, that's probably a tear, McLovin. Nah, a few times. Have you talked much before? I feel like I should remember you. I see your name and I think Jay Cutler, so I feel like that's how I associate it. So I feel like I should have remembered. Maybe you didn't talk too much? Not really? Okay, that's probably why. I like trying to remember people, and I'm not always very good at it, so I try and make a point in my tiny brain. probably have to record boss video tomorrow, and then maybe Friday record some boss gameplay. Yeah, I think we'll do that. I have Dom preview I probably need to do tonight, or should do tonight. Do I care? I probably should care about this. She probably... I'll put a 12 on... You're still enjoying Snap then, Zandel? I've thought about playing it some more again because I like card games in general, and it was pretty dang fun. I just got busy and stopped playing, sort of, which is not a good excuse. Alright, let's... Let's just kind of go ham here. Why not? Alright, I don't know how much harder it's gonna hit. Why is it on survival? This one. No, I'm not a Scopely employee. I can join any faction I want, Jim Jubber. Any faction I want. That being said, I like the level I'm at. We're like 5 to 10 range, probably usually closer to 10, higher in boss battle. Maybe I like that range. There's nothing wrong with being in one of the like best factions. I just generally don't necessarily fit with that very well. And I don't have as much fun. So pretty much every game, and I'm not saying this is true of all players in top factions. In fact, it's not true of most of them. But pretty much every game, factions, guilds, the best ones, there's always a little bit of ego superiority that goes with it. And like I said, this isn't directed at all players, so I'm not targeting a specific faction, specific players. I'm talking in games in general, including not just factions, but people that are good at games. They think that because you're good at a game, it matters in the grand scheme of life, and it really doesn't. And I generally am happier when I don't have to hear anyone talking about how amazing they are compared to other people or other factions, if that makes sense. So this is one of the problems with Asuka, by the way, is she's super random, and she's gonna pin the first time sometimes, like she did there. And then you can see we have hardly any multiply gems out. So even though they're big now, we hit 3. I hate random, and she's random. You know? I will never use her as anything other than a trainer. Uh, 8.6 pounds is a gallon of milk, 4 in a crate. The deli is 3 wide, 18 and 2 in it. Yeah, it does add up pretty quick. Milk is not light. And again. So that's kind of the problem. This one would have been much better on the finisher. But you pin. Hey, Northern Mouth, how are you, bud? Yeah, the victory tour, but... Oh man, how close are you to Alundra? Because the matchy match guys in Boss and Showdown to me are massive gym jobber. Asuka's a good trainer, but Alundra's a way better trainer in my opinion. In fact, I would rate those trainers as some of the best in the game. There's just certain things you can't do without those. But also, it depends on, like, your shard count, like how close you are to Alundra and that sort of thing. I'm not saying I wouldn't chase her Northern Mouth, right? Like, I plan on chasing her and getting her and all of that. I just am only gonna level up the sub for the victory tour. I just am in no hurry to use her because she's really random. And she's gonna pin a lot with this moveset. And the other moveset, you rely on the traps lining up where you want them to. Yeah, so this is the stuff that happens. And a 6-star is going to kick out of that in one kick, and just messy. Oh, you're not close to Alundra then. Yeah, Northern Mouth, exactly. My Ezekiel's not leveled either. Honestly, Gym Jobber, you're probably going to get... Although it's a 5,000 shard recruit, right? Is it a 5,000 shard recruit? I think Alundra's the better trainer. I think Dakota's a better trickster. And you have Dakota for ladies. Zombie Bianca's way better trickster. So... I honestly... You're probably going to get closer to... You're 1,600 away from Alundra. That's not close. I think I'd go Alundra in your case, honestly. I think I would. But keep in mind, I really value those trainers for boss battle and for showdown. If you don't care about those two things, then maybe you don't. Another thing that could make a difference is Asuka is very good for Lita. If you're somebody that runs Lita, she's very good for Lita. Also, potentially Mickey James. Yeah, Zandel, the problem is she's just effing random, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes she's gonna look amazing, and the next time she's gonna irritate the crap out of you, you know? And you know how I feel about random in this game. If it can go wrong, it will, for me. So I changed my mind on Striker KO massively after using him in Feud. Fair enough. Then I don't think you're really going to miss Asuka too much, Gym Jobber. Because Dakota's a better trickster. You don't really need her trainer right off for anyone. So the problem when you choose the trap gems to destroy, you need the AI to break some traps for you to fill your move up. So in this case, we're not going to fill our purple yet either. So literally, there's no good way of running her. Basically, it's just stupid. It's dumb. I don't like it. She's not good. Okay, so I think there... If you have a drip plate, Dakota's way better. Do you have any... Do you A, have a drip plate, B, have any of Becky's extras? Moments, gear, that kind of stuff. Okay, Zandel, if this one doesn't hit hard, nothing will. Still managed to miss just about freaking everything. 2.8 million. Just, and that was even after 2 cycles. I hate her. I just hate her. Okay. And then for Becky. You got any of the extras for Goat Becky? This moment makes gems do more traps. Yeah, bye. He should be very good. Yep. Or the gear, which gives her 5 more MP and then makes her sub do more. Any of those? I have neither. Yeah. Her stuff's pretty rare. Okay, so Becky, basically, do you have a 17k Santa Hogan? That's another question, Jim Jobber. There's a few different ways you can run her. You can do this kind of thing, where the sub leaves cross breaks, and then you destroy your traps and it breaks the cross breaks. You can choose greens. She's got 2 different MP steals, purple and green. Or you can run this setup, which is not nearly as good, because people are going to kick out. Okay, so that means no super sub, which is fine, because you want to keep your sub gems on the board. Do you have Almost? No, Almost isn't a cross break. He's X break. Never mind. Do you have... I do not have Motu Andre. Motu Andre is the cross break damage. Helps with those because you're making a bunch of, or destroying some cross breaks, but not a ton, so he's not really the biggest deal. But you're basically locked into double green or MP trainer, or using the 5 MP purple steel and targeting green opponents, either or. So you're buffing the gems. Later, Cutler. Basically what I'm saying is you're probably at 6 star, 3, 4, 5 cycle, probably 3 or 4 cycles, running all heart plate to buff your green and purple gems, sort of thing. But you're probably 3 or 4 cycles without the gear and stuff. Dakota, you're likely probably not going to get hit too much because the sub's going to be defensive. Whereas you take Dakota even without a drip, you can just simply run her triple black. And you're probably going to win in 2 cycles. That would require you leveling her all the way up and filling her stars, though, to win in 2 cycles. Even without a drip, though, you should be able to win in 2 cycles. And then just put black gem damage coach here, whoever you have, for trainers. No 17k Santa's fine. Instead of Dude Love, you just run, 2 black MP trainers. So I think Dakota, with both having nothing, I think Dakota's better. With a drip plate, Dakota's the best lady in the game, probably, when she's maxed out all the way. Mine still needs levels, so keep that in mind. And that's where my drip plate went. But her upside is nice. But even without the drip, she still should be able to pull 4 mil when she's fully maxed out and recycle no problem. 4 to 5 mil you should be able to pull. Whoops. One of the few times I have ever missed with only breaking 2. Sometimes I break 3. Usually I break 2 because the damage is higher. That's hilarious. 2 is 14 black gems. I can miss anything, though. It's amazing. 3 gems is always going to work. It's just a little bit less damage. 10 million reduced to 8 there. I think that's the first time in like 15 matches I missed doing 2 gems. 15 to 20. I played her a bunch last night just for fun because I like her. I literally just beat up on Bianca a bunch last night. And I was experimenting to see which trainer combo I like better. Matt and is very close. He might be a little better. But yeah. It can, Jim Jobber. Yeah, she's really good. I think she's the way to go with nothing at Trickster unless you get Zianka. I mean, see, there's 2, and it just still, it's silly. But she's really good. And it's really easy gameplay and it recycles perfectly. You know what I mean? So I would say Dakota over Becky personally. Plus, added bonus, Becky's trainer is sort of useful, but like for this boss battle and anyone using trap gems, this is gonna be massive because this is 50% more damage after a 60 times buff. So essentially, if you have her on in boss battle, your trap gems are going to be 90 times, not 60 times. Just let that sink in. Huge. I wish I had Steamboat Acrobat. Anyway, I would say, to answer your question, I would go Dakota over Becky personally with what you have. Okay, guys, I am going to call it a stream for today. 300 away. Okay. Here, let's look at the store. Oh, Hitman Jelly. I are jelly, sir. How many tokens you got, Jim Jobber? Rhea Gear, 17k. You're 300 away, so you can't get enough for... Wait, no, where's Bianca? Ah, you're 300 away, so you end up being 100 short. 14.5k. Do you use Zombie Rhea a lot? Personally, at 6-star, I'm not really a fan of her. Although this is really nice on her finisher. But kickouts at 6-star are kind of gnarly. 5-star gold against 5-star gold, she's amazing. Like, really good. But I personally would probably get closer to Zianka, because then you're almost for sure going to be able to recruit her in October. We'll see where you end up, though, you know? Maybe you can score some more. But you're getting awfully close, you know? And she's still going to be a solid trickster. With, her finisher should do more than 2 mil with the gear, absolutely. And there are a lot of botches out there. It's a really good gear. And, I mean, Rhea's required a lot, so she's a good Rhea requirement. I want to get this gear. Even though I don't have him, I still want to get it. I want all the gears. Anyway, yeah. Hopefully you'll get enough to get the gear and some shards, right? We should get more tours tomorrow, yes. Should get one more set of tours. Should be HBK and Zombie Seth. Alright, guys, I'm gonna call it a stream. You guys have a good night. I'll be on tomorrow. We'll record the final boss bout. Ooh, 150 from Taker. You might get him still, too. We'll record the final boss battle video, and maybe also some gameplay for boss as well tomorrow. Making thanks, Jim Jobber.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mayo, you know what's funny is my Zombie Rock. Yeah, I hate him. Like, really hate Zombie Rock. I never have liked him. I got him when he first came out, and he's still only 4-star gold. Yeah. He's not fun. Thanks so much for being on, guys. We're gonna raid Mex, show him some love. Great dude. You've ever used him? Yeah, he's not fun. I do not like him. Maybe I just never figured out how to play him right, but I've always hated him. Like, yeah, he not good. In my opinion. Anyway, guys, have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.